And the game ended Lyon 2, Manchester United 2. Who are we? Manchester United. I don't know about you, but this match feels like a loss. I feel very disappointed. That it felt like a match we almost won. It felt like a match we should have won, but the match was stolen from us. Now it's a draw and it's an away draw, but I feel bad coming from that match. It felt like, after that last minute equalizer for them, and we will get to the elephant in the room, which is Andre Onana. But just the defending and the fact that they scored us a last minute goal is very painful. So now let's dive into the analysis of the match, because I can't go in without talking about Andre Onana, because he was the one that sold this game to Lyon today. We won this match, if not from two Onana errors. And I say two errors because even the second one was, I think, a save that could have been made. But Onana has always been doubtful in post since he signed for Manchester United. Now, this season has not been one of Onana's best season, but has Onana actually had any good season in Manchester United? I think there was a patch, I think last season or beginning of this season, where Onana seemed good, but largely since he signed for Manchester United, every time I see Onana in the post, there's no assurance. When Manchester United were going for Onana at that time, from my perspective, I enjoyed the fact that the goalkeeper could play with his feet. I enjoyed the confidence he used to have in Inter Milan to play those line-breaking passes you normally see from a defender like Piqué. Now you see a goalkeeper doing it. So it was nice to see. He was always daring and very confident in Inter Milan. But since he signed for Manchester United, I think we have not seen that Onana. The Onana we have seen there's no time I see Onana in the post that I'm not afraid he's going to make a mistake. I don't think Onana has ever given us any of those saves David De Gea used to give to us. And you have to understand, when David De Gea first signed for Manchester United, he had problems, because we're coming from having Van der Sar as our goalkeeper to a small David De Gea. So it took some time to get used to as a Manchester United fan. But the guy had mistakes when he was coming into a physical Premier League. He had mistakes in him. But you also had this assurance that if they came to a last minute, he would make a wonder save, or get us out of the match, the draw, save us. But Onana is like the opposite of that. Now, I'm not saying we should have kept David De Gea. His time was over at Manchester United. But I do not think Onana is a signing Ineos would have made. Now, I think I am 100% on that, because even though Inter Milan were quite defensive side and all that, Onana did not have a lot of saves. And yes, we can also say the defense in front of Onana is not the best or the one he had at Inter Milan. But even in line breaking pass, Onana has not given us since he signed for Manchester United. Weeks ago, I think I've forgotten the particular match in which Onana probably also made a mistake, and I said I had given up on Onana. And I would like to reiterate that fact that I have actually given up on Onana. Yes, we gave him the benefit of the doubt, but especially this kind of match, he sort of was in a social media a jibe with Matic. It felt like this is the match you are supposed to not make a mistake. But when you look at that Lyon's first goal, Onana has done that thing. It's not the first time. He doesn't always look like he's going to save it. I don't know what he was thinking there. I know his excuse would be like, okay, he saw the ball late. But then, your reflex, I thought the ball even glanced through his hands. That is the kind of ball we see David De Gea, And when we wanted to sign Onana, trust me, who I actually wanted as a Manchester United fan was David Raya. That ball, Raya saved that ball. Even Emiliano of Aston Villa. I don't think there are many keepers as terrible as Onana. I also saw something on social media, somebody talking about Fabian Barthez and Onana. that is a insult to Fabian Barthez. Onana is full of mistakes, and now I'm not saying this is the end for Onana, but this is the end for Onana as Manchester United. Onana does not give us that. He's never. I don't feel protected with Onana. Never. We try to give him the benefit of the doubt, but Onana basically destroyed this match, and I don't want it to feel like it's just any other ranting about Onana because everybody is going to jump on him after this game. But I'm going to tell you, it is well deserved. Onana, I have given up on Onana. Let's move on from Onana. The match today was. I think Lyon had a better control of the ball. I think Lyon, they moved the ball more. I think Lyon wanted the match more than of course it's their home. And somehow Onana gave that first goal, and it took a bit of time for us to get back into the game. And we did get back into the game, I think. And we did get back to the game from that header by Euro before the first half finished. So that was good because we were not really performing in the first half before that happened. So that was quite good that we went into the first half with a draw. We came into the second half, we looked a little bit better, but Lyon still had more. They looked more threatening, they had more of the ball. Another person that was disappointing today to see was Højlund. The control of the ball was very bad. Like, it was almost like he was under pressure. Now I know this because it's sometimes like back in the day when you carry small picking, like a younger boy to play with older people, like say a boy of 16 to play with 25 and 26, you sometimes see that they might be shy, or that was what I was seeing from a player as Rasmus Højlund today. You have to understand that Rasmus Højlund is not a kid. He's a first-team player in Manchester United, but the ball control today was really, really bad. I can't even describe it. He did not offer Manchester United anything today. And another one of them was Garnacho. Another person I wouldn't say for Garnacho I've given up on him, but Garnacho, they stress my mental. Like, Garnacho does not play like a kid. Or would I say he plays like a kid? Because you see the way when you are young and you are at a club like Manchester United, he went through the academy. He became a first-team player. But the kind of mistakes Garnacho make are under 18 or under 15 mistake. Like, he doesn't show any form of he understands football. And I'm not trying to overstress this thing. I'm telling you that Garnacho decision making is very poor. Like, every time he traps the ball, like today I think he lost control of the ball more than 5 times from first trap. He couldn't and it was not like he had pressure on him. Like, there were at least some distance between him and the opponent. He trapped the ball into pressure. Oh my God. Garnacho was terrible today. Højlund was terrible. Now, I thought Casemiro had quite a good game. It was not the best game, but Casemiro seems lighter. I think he wants to win this tournament. He wants to. You can see it from the way he carries himself. He wants to win the tournament. I think Euro was one that was really the standout performance today. Euro was, confident on the ball, moving with the ball. I think he's starting to find his feet in Manchester United. And of course, Dogu fairly did decent. Ugarte, not really there. Ugarte is not there at the moment. I don't know what's happening with him. But the biggest one for us, obviously, was Bruno Fernandes. Sometimes I sit and I imagine what it's like for Bruno Fernandes to play around these players with less quality. Like, it is when Roy Keane keeps on saying Bruno Fernandes should not be waving his arms about. Roy Keane played with excellent players. The players Bruno Fernandes has to play with him. You have to understand, like, imagine the second half now. Manchester United dispossessed Lyon. We're moving, I think the counter-attack was Bruno Fernandes, Zexi, and Garnacho. Garnacho did not even raise his head. Bruno Fernandes went outside and came inside so that defender does not track the run. So he had to go outside, then he came inside. But the person he was making the run for was Garnacho. Garnacho was in possession of the ball, but Garnacho's head was on the floor. That is another thing about Garnacho. He runs with his head on the floor. Like, how do you, like, I think Aaron Lennon of the past, those are the kind of wingers. They run with their head like this. You can't be a creative winger with your head on the floor. You need to be able to run like this so that you can see. But he already, from the first place he saw Bruno Fernandes run into, that was where he now leads the pass to, because he did not update himself to raise his head to see that Bruno Fernandes had changed his movement, and that was an attack he cost us. Bruno Fernandes got mad, he waved his hand about. It is frustrating, trust me. Playing with a player like Garnacho is frustrating. You don't know what to expect. He doesn't have the best control. Like, I heard Pedri the other day saying, when every time the ball is given to Lemmy Yamal, they have this certain confidence that something is going to happen. That is, I'm not expecting Garnacho to be at the same level. But when you are that young, the one thing you have is the ability to run. Like, when you are young, run. Your knees are so excellent. No history of knee injuries. But Garnacho, like, I'm frustrated with Garnacho. It was also good to see Zexi come in as a sub and get the goal. It felt like that was the winner until Onana made that second blunder. Now I'm going to say it's a second blunder because even after he punched the ball, I thought his reaction was not fast enough. I've seen David Raya react. I've seen Emiliano of Aston Villa react. Onana seems like he has the ego of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and he performs like Obatan. That's the aura Onana is giving. I like the way he carries himself, but then you have to show results. When that's also the problem with Garnacho. The ego of Cristiano Ronaldo, the playing style of Obatan. He can't beat people, but he thinks he should not be defending. Like, when you are Garnacho, you are supposed to defend, attack. You are the youngest, or one of the youngest in the squad. Try to impress people, but, oh man, like, Onana gave them that goal at the end, because I think the reaction was really poor. A good one from Sheki, because most players will probably want to go for power, but it was an excellent close finish from Sheki. And it was also nice to see Mason Mount get some minutes. I thought he was, he's still trying to get his feet back, but it was nice to see him. Kobe Mino was also nice to see Kobe Mino come into the match. Now, obviously, I don't think we're going into this match with the mindset that, oh yeah, we're going to win it and all that. But now, after the match, it now feels like a loss to me, because Onana gave them 2 goals and this is 2-2 now. Now we are going to Old Trafford and now we have to produce a result. Now I'm confident in Old Trafford because I know the fans. Manchester United fans all over the world, we want this cup. So the noise at Old Trafford is going to be something. The fans are going to lift them. But we need to take our opportunity come that second leg. I loved the fact that Zexi came in and got this goal. Højlund is going to have to do better. See, this match, when I was watching, that was crying for the lap. Like, a striker that can take possession of the ball even when he's being pressed by a defender and start to run with the ball. When Højlund there was one ball he took and he was running with the ball. He overran, or he couldn't control the ball and run at the same time. You see, when you watch the lap carries the ball, it turns that defender with possession of the ball. There was also another one when Højlund ran into the channel. I think it was Mata, the defender, just shoved Højlund. Like, what a striker. It happens sometimes, but you have to understand how to control your body the more. Mateta. You will not do that to Mateta, but it happened to Højlund. Now, I'm disappointed with the results, but this is what we got, and we have to look to second leg. I am fed up with Onana, but I don't know whether they can sell Onana. I don't know, but if you tell me I'm not confident in Onana, I don't think, maybe you can prove me wrong in the future, because anything can happen. But Onana has not changed since he came from Manchester United. He has not learned from his mistakes. He still carries himself too big. Like if his performance matches the way he acts, fine. But Onana is not even performing half of the way he carries himself. Like I saw one of the pundits say, "Shut up. If you can't perform, shut up." Like it's very easy, Onana. If you cannot give the same results, shut up. It's very easy. I think Onana should leave. If there's an opportunity out there, we need somebody better. He is not giving us that vibe at all. Thank God for Bruno Fernandes, because you see a player of that quality today was able to still bring opportunities. Bruno Fernandes, see that guy, he needs an EPL. Bruno Fernandes needs this competition. He needs an EPL. I know come summer we're going to be a much better side, but on today, disappointed, but we'll take this result. Second leg, we'll finish these people up. You let me know on the comment section, do you think Onana should stay, or do you think Onana should be sold? Thank you for watching. Please do not forget to hit the like button. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.